Okay guys, day 2 of our little keto diet. So obviously over the next 24 hours, certainly 48 hours, given that we are not consuming carbohydrates, your body and more so your brain has no option but to start breaking down stored fat in the form of ketone bodies, and we'll start to use that as our usable fuel source, both for our brain and obviously for all physical movement. And hence, as I've indicated in that email just then, there's certainly some significant health benefits to using ketone bodies over, say, glucose. Just a quick one on sort of supplements, if you like. Two supplements that certainly elite athletes would use to prevent glucose use and energy in the form of glucose being broken down. They obviously use caffeine, so caffeine certainly will indicate to the brain to say, okay, let's not use sugar, let's use fat. Hence, I guess why it's a banned drug in given amounts. So caffeine certainly works. And the other one is glutamine. So if you were to go into a supplement store, certainly at the top end when you're training for long distance events, glutamine's been a supplement that's been used so that you can retain your glucose levels for that back end of a race, and for the majority of it you'll use fat. So caffeine and glutamine are two supplements that tend to prevent your system from using that very limited supply of glycogen, which is broken down to sugar. The other thing is too, guys, would it make sense for us to throw in sort of, if you like, a synthetic ketone bodies and still get this whole same effect with the improved perception of brain function, the ability to break down stored fats? Would it be in our interest then? It certainly does, and there's been a lot of experimentations done on using sort of synthetic ketone bodies. The easiest probably option, if you want to try, is MCT oil, which essentially is certainly 60% of coconuts, as I mentioned the other day, is MCT oil. Now I've used it, and you only use it in really small amounts. You can buy it from any health food stores, MCT oil. The only thing is it's really, really sensitive on your gut. If you were to increase that the recommended dose, I really found my stomach did not like it at all. So much so that I really didn't end up using it for any great length of time, but I did for a short period of time a couple of years back, and it does increase this process of encouraging us to burn ketone bodies. Certainly if I were to exercise long, it would probably be the recommended fuel source in a ketone period that I should be using, because I'm not using sports drinks and sugar in general, I guess. So have a look at them, maybe Google them, guys, educate yourself, have a play with them. Ultimately, I still think real food is the ticket. Eliminate sugar. We're trying to avoid insulin spikes, guys. And ultimately our brain and your brain's good enough to actually convert stored fat to ketone bodies, and it will do it really well if we keep working at it. Stay with me, guys. Speak to you tomorrow.